ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training. On that front, the Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, COTVET, through a Skills Development Fund, is spearheading that agenda in Ghana.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was at number 8 in the world when it comes to cybercrime.
On this program, we shall open up the SDF to you.
So SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff to be very productive.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
We are now even positioned to train about 400 workers.
To give them $276,000 US. There is a fund from which we are giving grants to businesses to address these challenges.
You develop these moringa plants into product like soap, creams. Okay.
Watch SDF Diaries on the Joy News channel on Multi TV every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. SDF, managed by COTVET, is an initiative of the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
Ghana has a large and very active consumer and industrial products and services sector that provides products and services to the Ghanaian economy and the West African sub-region. This sector is poised for significant growth over the next few years, and new policies have been put in place by the government to create an enabling environment with an emphasis on manufacturing and exports. The export drive led to the creation of free zone arenas, which has resulted in companies setting up in the country to export products to the sub-region and to the world at large. The consumer and industrial products and services sector is dominated by the subsidiaries of multinational companies and medium-sized local companies including Unilever, Coca-Cola, Toyota and Accra Brewery.
Manufacturing constitutes about 9% of Ghana's GDP and provides employment for over 25,000 people. There are around 25,000 registered firms, though more than 80% of them are small-sized enterprises, and around 55% of them are located within Greater Accra and Tema regions. Today, we visit Accra Breweries Limited, a Ghana Club 100 company that has been operating in Ghana since 1931. The company's principal activities are the manufacturing and distribution of alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Their portfolios include Stone Strong Lager, Castle Milk Stout, Club Premium Lager, Sherman Malt Liquor, and Club Minerals. My name is Albertanka, and I'm so excited to bring SDF Diaries to your home.
With an installed capacity of 500,000 hectoliters per year, Accra Brewery is currently operating at 420,000 hectoliters per annum with a workforce of 320 and also imports and distributes other brands of beer such as Peroni and Reds. The company's mission is to own and nurture brands that are the first choice of consumers and customers with a vision to be the most admired company in the beverage sector by being the investment of choice, employer of choice, and partner of choice. In order to achieve this vision, the following strategic objectives have been outlined. To achieve market share of 45 to 50% by the year 2015. To expand operations and create more jobs for the local community. To effectively partner with other stakeholders and government to enhance the livelihood of Ghanaians. To attract, train, and develop local talents suitable for their operations. To continuously research into the use of local raw materials for their operations in order to expand the value chain and create more job opportunities for Ghanaians. Mr. Gregory Metcalf is the Managing Director of Accra Brewery Limited.
Right. So obviously we want to increase market share. That's a given in any competitive environment. But more important than just market share, we want to grow the market. Ghana has a very small per capita consumption of beer compared to most countries in Africa. In fact, it's one of the lowest per capita consumptions in the world. And we have various strategies that are designed to try and increase beer consumption and grow the market. And we believe that the market has a great sort of long-term potential for growth.
The biggest challenge Accra Brewery Limited faced was scarcity of critical engineering skills and appropriate technical leadership cover, and this had a significant impact on productivity. The company made efforts to address these challenges by embarking on a number of rigorous skills development programs, namely Artisan Development Program, Customized Apprenticeship Program, and Technical Traineeship Program.
But to fulfill that, we need skills. And skills is probably the biggest challenge that we have. Ghana's had an economy that's grown at a very fast rate, and along with that growth has come investment in sectors like oil, etc., which has placed a great demand on the skills pool in Ghana. And we found it a challenge, and we think most businesses have found it a challenge, to keep up with that drain on skills. Hence, a couple of years ago, we started talking about how we could step in and intervene to try and enhance the skills pool in some fashion that's not just reliant on the market itself providing the skills.
The lack of requisite engineering skills and increase in downtimes necessitated the start of the Artisan Development Program as well as the Customized Apprenticeship Program. Inappropriate technical leadership cover demanded the start of the Technical Traineeship Program. Undoubtedly, the company spends huge amounts of money on periodic upgrades of their equipment, and the operation and maintenance of these equipment ought to be fully understood by the technical staff of the company. The business carried out major equipment installations, and the cost of the required training exceeded their expenditure.
Our biggest constraint prior to SDF was technical skills. The nature of our business is such that we cannot go out in the market there and find the right people who will come in and start adding value. And so that was our biggest challenge. Now, specifically, those days when the machine breaks down, even how to diagnose the problem was an issue. Now, if the problem is diagnosed, how to fix it was also a problem. And so what was happening was we end up wasting so much man hours because the know-how is not there to identify the problems and fix the problems for us to go on with our production.
Accra Brewery Limited has lost production time on several instances emanating from inadequate management of utilities. The company aspired to minimize service delays by improving the technical skills of their staff on utility generation and management as well as equipment maintenance. The company decided to seek funding from the Skills Development Fund to train 24 technical staff to meet its objectives of reducing maintenance cost, significantly reducing the skill gaps in critical positions and competencies, ensuring improvement in machine and factory efficiencies, ensuring improvement in technical skills and expertise, ensuring increased productivity, profit, and market share.
Our objective as a business prior to this fund was, one, to increase productivity. We really had issues in terms of skills, which also led to low productivity during the time. And so when we got this SDF fund, it really helped us in engaging 24 employees. 12 were apprentices, that is, they were people without skills, and 12 were artisans. They were working with us but without the required skill set. These guys over the past 10 months have been trained, and we're tracking on a monthly basis our productivity figures in our water and soft drink sector. That is where the fund actually applies. And I can tell you we have consistently recorded high figures month by month from the time the project started up to now. The second was to increase the expertise of our technical guys, or our artisans and operators. Since the commencement of this SDF-funded engineering skills training in Accra Brewery, 1 year on, we are seeing tremendous improvement in the competencies of our technicians. One of the apprentices has even built a control panel using his knowledge in programmable logic controls. This is worth a lot of money. We also set out to reduce our maintenance costs, because before the SDF support, we really were recording high maintenance costs, and this was as a result of the skills, the lack of the required skills in the business. So we continue to pay more to outsiders so that they could repair our equipment for us, and that resulted in high maintenance costs and also high machine downtime, which affected productivity so much. Now we are seeing a drastic decline in our maintenance cost. We're seeing an improvement in machine availability, and we're seeing a trend, an improvement in productivity.
The Skills Development Fund, SDF, supports training institutions to develop innovative training content to meet key skills challenges of industry. Starting this April, watch SDF Diaries on the Joy News channel on Multi TV every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. SDF, managed by Cuthbert, is an initiative of the Government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
The company enlisted apprentices for the training and absorbed them into the business at the end of the program. It has always been the strategic intent of the company to develop more of its engineering skills, but inadequate funding hampered progress. In 2012, Accra Brewery Limited successfully applied to SDF for funding to train its technical staff. SDF approved a grant of 212,544 Ghana cedis to support the company upgrade the skills of its technical staff.
The Skills Development Fund supported Accra Brewery in the area of engineering skills for the technical staff they have, literally the artisans. This was necessary because earlier on they have been saddled with problems of breakdowns and downtime, repairs and so on, and this affected productivity. It was necessary that the skills of these artisans have to be upgraded so that they can cut down on these disadvantages that they were suffering. On the part of SDF, it was a condition that these apprentices that are being taken on for the training would then be retained by the firm after the training, which they have done, and these ones have been integrated into their operations, as well as the other artisans who were already there but had disabilities in being able to service their equipment. And with this support, now the frequency of downtime, breakdowns and servicing and so on has gone down, and their productivity has improved significantly. This indeed is being done at the engineering training center offered by the Anglo Gold Ashanti. So that's also some kind of inter-corporate collaboration that we think is a good example, and going forward can be supported and can be used as an example in other entities.
Anglo Gold Ashanti Engineering Training School, Obuasi, delivered the training to the staff of Accra Brewery Company Limited.
We used to have certain problems here, and the problems are sometimes we have only one electrical mobile motor that we use in our various departments. For example, about 4 departments that we need to sit down and wait for the first department to finish using the particular motor, and then after that we can also go in for a motor and use it. And this is causing the company a lot of downtime. So due to the training and then the skill that was given to me in Obuasi, I'm able to come out with an electrical automated control panel that can be used permanently for my department, so that we won't have any difficulty anytime. Whenever we want to use it to run our product and then water, I'm able to build this electrical panel here that you see, which is now helping us a lot. Because if you were to invite a contractor from outside to come and build this electrical panel for us in this company, it is going to cost my company a lot of money. But with the skills and knowledge that I acquired from Obuasi, I'm able to come out with this electrical panel, which is now helping my department to increase their productivity.
Among the beneficiaries of the skills training was
Samuel Dodobaji, mechanical apprentice in this business. The skills has actually put a much deeper insight of how the mechanical training in this business. Right now, as I went to